OMG, we're here again. Sunday. Welcome to Level Up Academy TV show. All right, we're probably asking, somebody actually asked me like, hey, what TV show? So you have to download the E360 app, and then you will find our show in there under Level Up Academy on Sundays, and of course also on Level Up Academy on Thursdays. Wednesday is literally our live stream on YouTube and also our Instagram. Anyway, I'm gonna have a lot of tonight because I'm sick. Actually, I have a lot of announcements tonight, but we'll start with this one. Congrats to this amazing 50 inspirational connections on LinkedIn. So I have leveled up. This is year 2. I have leveled up 50 inspirational connections, and I'm gamifying it. You're like, CJ, what the heck? Gamification is literally kind of a game, basically to sustain, to sustain yourself, to keep going. Here's the thing. Some groups are done as a group on sending their videos, and some are not. And so it's going to be fun to see. I'm going to create a dashboard, actually. No pressure, of course, right? It's just all for fun. I'm going to create a dashboard looking at which group, that actually have done all of their homework from me. First homework was application. That means every single person in this list really applied for it. Part of application is you know what you're getting into. It's not really a lot of requirement, guys. It's a video is the level 2. So level 1, everyone applied. Level 2, they send their video. Everybody needs to send their video by tonight at midnight. I understand sometimes life gets in the way. And excuse me if you hear vacuuming. My husband is vacuuming during this time. Don't ask me why. Oh, actually, I know. We're putting a new TV. And it's dusty in my house. Anyhow, so that's level 2. Getting your videos in, and life happens and things like that. I am flexible as much as I can, but technically it was due on the 12th, and I extended it to July 15th. So if you don't know it already, I'm pretty sure I'm very structured. So what happens is once the 7:15 midnight strikes up PST, things closes, and if they are not able to send their video, they're not going to actually be amplified on YouTube. And that's really your choice at this point, right? Some people choose to do level 2, some people don't. So that's what we have. And then, of course, our audio rooms are there. Thank you so much for everybody who attended our audio rooms today. It was really amazing. So, guess what? Do you guys see this? Oops. Look at that. Stand up, speak out, make a difference, rebel with a cause. So I love, well, okay, first of all, that was my birthday suit. Okay. And I was trying to be sassy and all, even though I had like feverish self. And I'm like, hey, who says they can see my fever through my makeup? Nobody. Right. So I was like, I'm putting my birthday suit on. I'm going to match my chacharita. She is my senorita, very spicy bird, trying to take my fingers off when I point at something. Anyhow, so do what you love is what we want. But are you the type of person that has a passion for helping your community because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want something to change, but you don't know where to start? Start by amplifying your voices. Join us with Rebel with a Cause. It says, I am unique, extraordinary, and unprecedented. Yes, you are, because you are Rebel with a Cause. So Susanna and I, my dear sister partner in crime, don't even go get between us. It's not happening. I'm just saying. You can try until you're dry, but it's not happening. I'm just saying. So last week, we gave away $1,000 scholarship. $1,000. How to win a free chapter? Well, join us every Sunday for this month of July only. Okay? That's why you need to subscribe to our LinkedIn page for the business page, because we got a lot going on. We got book club, we got authors club, we got all kinds of club. A cool club, that's for sure, right? A positive club. We have a lot of club. So that subscription right there in the black square is actually my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. And join our anthology is that red one right there, right? A couple of people already have fully paid and joined because they're like, I don't have time to get to your TV show. And it's not really like I'm going to win for sure. I just want to be in it. I feel it. I'm moved by it. Let's go, CJ. I'm like, yes, let's go since yesterday, right? So we're always, Susanna and I will have a 500 giveaway through our anthology. You don't get $500. You actually get into our anthology for free, and that is worth $500. And congratulations to Dr. New. Look at that sister right there from another mister. Hopefully her migraine is good today, because I know in audio room she said she had a migraine. And Lisa. So tonight is going to be a combination. Pay attention. If you are on LinkedIn, your messages are not going to be seen. I just want you to know. You have to be on YouTube, okay? So hopefully you're listening. The second thing is to win tonight. It's going to be towards the end. We are actually doing a combination. You hear me? Combination of the most people or the most users who actually communicate with us, ask us questions or statements on our YouTube channel, but also will use the hashtag Rebel with a Cause. One hashtag, no spaces, no period, no dots, no underscore, nothing, nada. Hashtag Rebel with a Cause. If you put hashtag Rebel with a Cause, this machine that I have will recognize you tonight. Okay, so there's two. Smudge comments and Rebel with a Cause hashtag. Okay, so that is how the rule works tonight to win your scholarship for free anthology. I'm so proud of you guys. Now, I also wanted to go over my sponsor. Are you guys ready? By the way, this right here is what you see is your meme, right? That's the one that you can actually blow out in your social media. I will put your beautiful and handsome picture in there, and we're going to level you up. And tonight's show is this. Remember that our mission is to level up the world through education. So whatever you're doing to educate your team, this is what you're doing helping us, okay? And we have unbreakable spirit, guys. Mine matters. Friendship matters. And our friendship is not going nowhere. I'm just saying you can try it. You can try it as hard as you can. It's just not happening. Now, I also have sponsors, my brother from another mister, Hounds of Business Community. By the way, Mike and I are collaborating to gamify Hounds of Business. So if you are Hounds of Business Community, make sure you are 9 a.m. PST on Wednesday. Why am I singing? Anyway, so I don't cough. No, I'm coughing. We are gamifying Hounds of Business Community. Mike and I are starting on Wednesday, and we'll give you more info. We're looking for ambassadors. And just check us out, and we're going to talk about the criteria to be HOB's ambassador. And you're going to win something, of course, always, right? Come on, you're talking about CJ here. And look at the beautiful sister from another mister. I mean, she won awards of like 2 companies all at once. Okay, I got 1 company. That's all I can handle right now. But this sister from another mister decided she will have 2. And who am I to stop her? Heck no, I'm cheerleading. Like, let's go. It was yesterday. Let's go. Boom, Sherlock, boom, boom. Right? Level up, sister, level up. So this sister is also a sponsor here for Level Up Academy. This Mr. is also a sponsor here. And I'm going to have my other sister, Danielle, to be one of our sponsors as well. So you'll see her sponsorship actually on Wednesday. Okay. All right. So you're going to have to put up with that. That's for sure. Other than 50 Inspirational Connections, this is the most recent book we have. Moving Beyond Boxes. Please don't forget, you can still get it at Amazon. And then, of course, this book right here, not only it's in Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Book Baby, it's at Target. Like, yeah, Target. Oh, I think it's at Powell's too. I haven't checked, but I will. Right? Isn't it so amazing? Oh, man. I love this, people. I really do. All right, guys. I know. I like my glitter tonight, too. Yeah, I do. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. I'm still sick. Anybody help me? Somebody actually gave me a recipe to get rid of my cough. So I'm hoping that will help me. Okay. Little lecture for tonight before I bring my sisters. Okay, sisters. The power of habit. Understanding how habits shape our lives. Okay, so in this picture, you can see that we're actually looking at different types of habits, from reading to writing to exercising to health and anything that you have, right? No matter what you're doing, you have a habit. Habit of being negative, a habit of bad intentions, a habit of writing, a habit of just like being a pest. That is a habit too, by the way. And a habit of actually like chronically shopping. That's my habit too. That's a bad habit. Right now, a TikTok shop. Somebody stopped me literally at 2 a.m. There's a lot of habits. Some are good and some are bad, right? And how habits create new pathways. So whatever that we do, whether we think it, we believe it, our self-confidence or our self-doubt, self-awareness, all of the self, whatever you're doing, it creates a new pathways in your brain, whether you like it or not. That's why when people say, hey, you need to be intentional. Intentional means you really have to think about what you're doing and what you're saying to yourself. Because what you're saying, when you keep repeating it, it actually in your brain, okay, this is not coming from me, but in your brain, neurologists will say, and psychologists and sociologists will say, hey, it's actually creating a new pathway because our brains are malleable, right? It's not as malleable as when you are children. You come in as a blank page and we give you lots of crap, and then you come in as an adult as a crappy adult. Yup. And you're going to un-F your brain because you want to do better. Well, now you're an adult. Well, some of us are. You're going to create better things, right? And how do you create better things? You need to be intentional on what you say to yourself and what you do to yourself, right? And that is creating new pathways. Again, it could be bad or good habits. Now, the science of habit formation are really a couple of things. First is you need to create a routine, right? When you wake up, what is the first thing that you do? Harsha would tell you, do not turn on your alarm so loud on your phone, and do not be on your phone. What does CJ do? Harsha's living on my head lately. Harsha, I don't know if you're watching, but you've been living on my head. Like, Harsha said I can't stick in my phone, but I'm like, where's my delivery from my TikTok? Literally at 2 a.m. And I see Susanna up at 2 a.m. I'm like, should I text her? Nah, we're never going to sleep if I text her. So I just send her a message like on LinkedIn. Hopefully she won't see it and reply, right? But literally when you wake up, the first thing that you need to wake up, you're at that like alpha stage where you can actually like be in yourself and you're hitting that subconscious. These are scientific, guys. It's not juju woo woo, okay? It's scientific. When you wake up, the first thing that you should do is have calming music. All right? Wake up slowly and don't forget to drink the coldest water ever. And it's not coming from me, it's from Harsha. That man is a black belt on a lot of things. Okay. I'm not a black belt, not even a yellow or orange or white belt. So I will follow that man because that is not my thing. That's Harsha thing. But I did follow that cold drinks. And as much as I hate to admit it, it does give me going throughout the day. I do have to say that after taking Juice Plus Luminate, I think it does help me go through the day. And also because it has ashwagandha, right? Like we have ADHD, dopamine, all this other things that's coming on in our brain. Sometimes we don't even understand ourselves and we just go through it. And that becomes a habit if you're not intentional. And being ADHD, it's really difficult to focus sometimes. Okay. Sometimes. Okay. Maybe I'm lying now all the time. But sometimes if you write it down, you're like, what do I need to do? All right. And if you have sisters like me, who all three of us are very intentional in what we do, but we get lost in our own thoughts, but then we pull each other up and you're like, somebody write that. Susanna, are you writing, Susanna? And Danielle and Susanna are writing it. So I'm covered. It's fine. Habit shapes our lives, guys. So if you have bad habits, it's going to shape your life. If you drink, if you gamble, I'm not going to say that other one. If you have shopaholic problems like me, a problem, right? Because it shapes your life. You need a little bit of control. So the role of willpower and motivation, you have to actually tell yourself, enough is enough. I need to do something new. If you have a lot of problems in your life, reflect, why am I having all these issues? Right? It can't possibly be half of the year I'm just so miserable and the other half of the year I'm barely surviving. Year after year after year. Aren't you sick and tired? Right? So change something up. Change something and challenge yourself a little bit, right? Strategies for building good habits. Start small. Commit to 5 minutes a day. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker for 30 days, right? Put a sticky, like, look. Look. I have sticky notes. Yeah. So my house is going to be all sticky out. I'm just saying. I got issues. But track your progress, right? And set reminders, schedule daily alerts on your phone if you want to, or just go sticky notes. Overcoming bad habits, identify your triggers and patterns, set clear and realistic goals, replace bad habits with good ones, use reminders and prompts, implement the habit loop, right? Routine, and stay accountable. And manage stress and emotions, reward your success, be patient and persistent, and learn from your mistakes. Don't blame other people because they're not engaging with you anymore. You need to look at yourself and what you did as part of that. It's not 100% their fault. It's not really 100% your fault. It's 50-50. But you need to be accountable for your own actions. And sometimes we automatically just assume it's their fault. They don't understand me. You don't understand yourself either. I'm number one to tell you, I don't understand myself either, right? Depends on which CJ comes out actually on the day that you piss me off. But most of the time I'm like, okay, I get it. Yep, we're just going to move on. And most of the time I just don't want wrinkles, approaching 50. Vanity is there a little bit. So no, you're not worth my wrinkles. Bye. That's what I say. Here's before and after. This is a study of successful habit. Start small and build gradually. What is the difference between these two? Same guy, by the way. Oh, yeah. They're AI. Don't worry. I didn't take somebody's picture and did this. It's AI, okay? It's literally the attitude change, right? There's triggers and reminders for yourself when you feel like crap sometimes when you wake up and you're just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's okay. Feel your feels, but move on. Don't pity party yourself the whole day. Track your progress and celebrate small wins, guys. Don't wait for the big one. The big one might not come, and then what are you going to do? Be miserable for the rest of the year? Nah. Thank you for listening. Are you guys ready? I hope you guys are ready. Okay, it's time to bring in my sister from another mister. Do.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Oh, I put pink on for you, Barbie, for CJ. And...
Barb. Oh, wait.
Oh, I got
in my pile. Ha ha. See, I got Barbie too. This is from Danielle. This is from Susanna. Susanna has hers behind her.
Wait a minute.
Where's yours, Danielle?
I think Elise took it. So
Oh, bad Elise, bad Elise. Oh, but I have my pink one.
Oh.
Okay, sisters, talk to us today about what are some of the bad habits that you have.
Squirrel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're talking that.
Squirrel. Not going down rabbit holes throughout the day. Staying focused. Not letting my like life or like things get to me. Staying on like a positive path. When things get hard. So yeah.
All of that. All of that. It's definitely that, because I know how much of that I'm dealing with. Of course, this will probably say stop scratching too, but
Are you scratching?
I see her when she does it. I'm like, I'm gonna chinelas her seriously from here. She crazy. She does have that trigger, I think. Then I feel like when Susanna gets into that weird conversation with me and she gets stressed out, she starts scratching herself. I see that. You know what? I think, sister, I'm gonna send you a Hello Kitty. You need this. Like when you're pissed off at someone, you're like, I'm just like squishing the hell out of this thing. I have another one somewhere, but we need a squishy. You know what squizzy is? Chasen. Chasen also has ADHD, so he said when he's stressed out, also he does this. I'm like, yeah, I have this to make me like my brain. It needs to work in two things. Sometimes I actually work in five things, but when I'm mad, I can only concentrate on that one event, and then I'm like, okay, I can get through it, right? Because once I'm stuck, it's hard to unstuck myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Especially negative things in our life.
very much so. And it's as simple as thoughts. As much as we try to keep the positive thoughts, there's just too many things, and especially when the thoughts become the squirrels. What's going on in the world? What's going on in our life? It can be so hard to just let it go when we should be letting it go.
Don't say that. That's my trigger. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it
You guys
back
do the singing.
anymore.
You're the singers.
There's a squirrel. Oh, wait. What were we talking about?
We were talking about singing. You and Danielle sing, and I just watch.
Oh, but you did sing for my birthday. Yes, I'm so lucky to have that. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you what. I am actually making sure that you guys, whoever is here, if you want to win that $500 anthology, you have to use the hashtag rebel with a cause. Rebel with a cause. Because I set up tonight's stuff with a hashtag rebel with a cause. And so make sure you guys have that. Now, sister, I'm going to talk about business and friendship tonight, right? Because it's power of habit. And sometimes, like I said, understanding habits shape our lives. But if our habit is to latch on to negativity or lash out on people, and we're stuck with our old ways of doing things, and then we wonder why we don't have real friends, what are some of your encounters, especially recently? I want to talk more specifically when people, I feel like when you are doing something for them, you're a best friend. But when you set your boundaries and said, no, that's not acceptable, you're the best enemy. So, what are some of your habits to say, you know what, I'm going to do this differently?
When I get in those type of situations where that friction starts coming in, My habit is to just start pulling back. It's more of a safety for me.
Okay, so you just kind of get quiet and like, okay, I'm not even wanted, or I feel attacked right now, so I'm just gonna get quiet.
Yeah, it's always been what I've done. Is once I see something, it's that slowly pull back, slowly just be quiet, and oftentimes then it just kind of fire and adjust, shift the direction, and go in a direction that is more comfortable for me.
But I know that I have challenged you in the last year because I can tell when you're uncomfortable and I push your button. I know you
Yeah,
know I'm
because
pushing your button.
yeah, but I also feel there's another piece of that. I feel it. I feel something behind it. With you, I feel safe. Everything you say, everything you push, everything you do, I know that I'm safe. And that's why we're so close. With others, especially if you don't really know them, if I'm not sure who they are, and I'm feeling more of attacked, and I'm not feeling support within it, then it's just safer to pull back.
How about you, Danielle? What are some of your habits, good or bad,
Mhm.
when it comes to business and friendship? I know you just had a recent experience.
Yeah, no, I think it is best to be um, to set a boundary if you need to and say it directly. Um, you know, you don't have to necessarily be rude per se. It's just, hey, I'm moving in this direction. This is not working for me. But I have a tendency to pull back as well. And if and it goes back to that, if you don't feel seen or valued or respected in a relationship, especially in business, then it's like, well, then I will not spend my time in a place that I'm not wanted. And so same thing that is equated to um, friendships and business as well. If you're not wanted there, and my ideas and my views are not valued, then there's no point in me being here. And I've said it before, but I don't want to be in a room that I'm not valued or seen. So I can just excuse myself to another room that needs me. So that's pretty much how I would deal with it. Is say it directly if I need to. If not, then I'll just fade to the back. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Energy is everything.
Mhm.
Um, Rashida, yes, the audio room was awesome today. It's always awesome, actually, every Sunday because you guys are in it. Here's another thing: is that the power of inspiring yourself is harder sometimes than the power of inspiring others.
Mm.
Okay, let's be honest. It's so hard. Somebody asked me again, you guys are really have good DM questions that I'm like, nobody asked me that before. Why are you asking me that now? Like, that's my first thing that I wanted to say. But I'm like, wait, stop, CJ. They're actually caring. They're actually caring about your thought process. So let's say, so I had to like say that in the audio room today. Like, no one ever asked me what my thought process are, and I stopped asking people about my thought process or even telling my people what the thought process, because I feel like everybody only cares about the outcome, not the journey, right? Because if you really think about the journey of what I do behind the scenes, you would go nuts. Yeah. But for me, it's normal because I'm nuts. Like literally in my head, it just goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa," and you're like, "Whoa, whoa, okay, this is good, right?" But like if a normal person, I ask a normal person who's not neurodivergent, I'm like, she goes, what did you do? I'm like, this. She goes, stop. I'm on step 3 on what you did. I don't want to do it. And I was like, well, good thing you didn't do it and you're not doing it. And so because she literally told me I was nuts, I was like, yeah, I am nuts. But I love elevating people. So when someone actually asked me like genuinely, like, hey, can you tell us in the audit room your process and why you did things? My first inclination, my bad habit would be like, why are you asking what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, that was my first inclination, actually. It took me a 5 minute, and I took Harsha's advice and drink some water so I can be alert, like my brain's not on defensive mode. And I said, I'm gonna think about it in a good way, like they actually care about my process. And if they want to replicate my process, I welcome you. I welcome you to do it, right? Because the more people who elevate our community, the better we are as community, right? But make sure your intentions behind those work are aligned with your heart and your soul. People will always say, I'm the best cheerleader. I'm heart centered. Show me the money. Where did you do that? Right? Like, just show me what the alignment were. And there is none. And so that's when I get disheartened. I'm like, okay, we need more work, right? No one can do that. What are some other bad habits that shape your life that you know it's bad habit, but you keep doing it anyway?
You want to go first, Susanna?
I'll go first. Okay.
Take it go first this time.
Yeah. This is not a tell-all, but it is. When I was young, when people offend me, I don't really like think. When they offend me, I lash out like a 5-year-old, and I literally will get in your face. The reason for that is not really who I am, but because my environment created that, right? Like, I was abandoned as a child. I didn't have brothers and sisters. I always had to fend myself. I got bullied in school. I got told I can't do a lot of things because I'm not capable. I'm not good enough. Like, all of these negative things, I believed people. So when people, I feel like I'm like slowly getting up, and then, oh, you're this. So I'm like, wow, all my anger, all my whatever literally blurts out in your face. But then when I get surrounded myself with people who are like, CJ, you're not crazy, or maybe you are crazy enough. That's what we need now to do this. Let's go crazy anyway, right? Let's do it. When you're surrounded with people who believe in your craziness and don't question you, it's an amazing feeling. These two right here believes in my craziness. They're crazy too, by the way. That's how craziness.
It's a secret.
But that's my bad habit. When I was young, I will lash out on you. But now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, why would I do that? Like, maybe they just don't know me and they're asking curious wise, right? So I think my mindset has shifted a little bit that I'm getting older. I mean, it took only almost 50 years to do that, but I'm just saying it's there slowly. What about you, sister?
Well, I'll take mine, and I'll go back to childhood then too, because quite frankly, that pulling back, that's what I did in childhood. I kept being told, it goes to everything I talk about, being told who I am, what I'm supposed to do, to be. Anything that I was interested in, I was being told, especially by my dad, that it was worthless. That is what I always heard. So for me, my bad habit was just staying to the side. I pretty much know that before the age of 7, I was an extrovert. I mean, my aunt would tell me about how people had to hold me down physically to be able to take a picture. And in the early 70s, I mean, there's no cameras to fix the picture. Then when it came to at a certain point, it's like I couldn't do anything right. And that's just how I felt. I couldn't do anything right. And for the next half century, it was stay in the background, keep quiet, don't tell anybody. That's part of my bad habit, was just not speaking up. Even if I knew something, I had the answer. It was so hard to do it because I was expecting everybody to shoot me down. And then a couple years ago, when I'm like, I'm done with that box, and to move beyond that box and then connect with you two, and there is no feeling of throwing out ideas and being told that I'm being stupid, because I've never heard that from you guys. Everything I get from you is supportive, and if it feels like there needs to be a redirect, what I hear from you guys is love in the redirect. And so it's just so much easier to to fire and adjust that way.
How about you, Sister Danielle?
Woo, this is a little heavy, but yeah, I'll go back to my childhood too, or just in general. Is I think I internalize the words that people say to me that might have a negative connotation. I talked a little bit about this in Move Beyond Boxes, that the power of words from others, right? A lot of cultures, I think the intention, now that I'm older, right? I think the intention is good to think, oh, if I tell them this, then they will redirect their behavior, right? But it's not a bad thing to speak up, right? So when somebody tells me something and I don't agree, I vehemently will defend myself, trying to steer that perspective that, hey, that wasn't my intention. But I've learned now, that we can't change how people feel, which is why it's so important to have people around you that support you and that tell you, no, that's not true. They're entitled to their opinion. But I've learned better to not try to defend myself with people who have already made up their mind. And I'm not sure if that came from childhood or over time. But yeah, bad habit is for me to defend myself. But I don't have to, because I have people around me that love me, like my two sisters here, and my family who accept me for who I am and that support me in my endeavors and in all of my craziness and in all my vision and all of my dreams. So, hey, here we are.
Wow, thank you for saying that. So, Rashida, I'm gonna actually answer as far as the project. If you're talking about um, 50 inspirational connections, it's actually from last year because I wanted to elevate people 50 at a time. Now, for project for the book, it's actually to amplify your message and differentiate yourself as an author and also basically a writer, but helping others out there who are reading your book, because you got to go where the people are at, right? So if the people are on TV, then you need to be on TV. If the people are on the radio, you need to be on the radio. If the people are on podcasts or live stream, you need to be in there. Now the people are on the book, you need to be in there. If the people are on the press release, you need to be in there. That is the reason why Level Up Academy is uniquely created. Is most people right now, you ask in LinkedIn, go ahead, survey them. Most people will have either a TV show, a live stream, a podcast, maybe a radio, maybe. And I'm talking about radio station, okay? Not Spotify. That's not radio, that's MP3. And maybe a press release room or maybe a magazine. Now imagine having all of that amplification in one house. That is what Level Up Academy is about because I have access to everything. In fact, I write for you guys and I have my own magazine. Hello. So that's one thing I love about my journey. And by the way, someone asked me the other day, CJ, how many years it took you to do all these things? I'm like, I didn't think about that. Well, okay, let's see. The podcast started 2 years ago. YouTube started April of last year. The TV started October. The magazine started in March. The press release started in April. The radio started in April. So literally in 6 months, I did all of that. In 6 months, right? So if I can do it, you can do it. It's just a matter of intentions. So thank you for asking that question. Now, Sister Susanna, what are some good habits that you have that's good for business?
Oh, the good habits. I think the first thing is just the friends. Having somebody that I can bounce ideas off of. Because it's so easy to get stuck in thoughts, in projects, to just have that. Because I still have to work on my time management a bit. However, I'm hoping that my new medication will kind of help with that now that I finally have it. So a lot of what I've had to deal with has really, it's hard for me to say the good habits because I've been struggling with the ADHD and not even knowing it for so long. And it makes it hard for me at times to sit down and really focus on something when I need to, that I'm dealing with that all over the road. And it's only been in the last few years that I'm starting to get that better focus. That is the one habit that I would say it's the better habit, but it's the one that's a work in progress.
Sister Danielle? Oh no, I think she's frozen. She's definitely frozen.
Oh no.
I know. Oh no. Come back. Text her. For me, good habits literally is to be more graceful and to have more empathy than the most of the time. Okay, sometimes I'm not patient person. I'm not a very patient person, but I try to be patient as much as I can because I have to see like, hey, people have lives, people have things to do, people have families, right? But you gotta, like, the way I see things is, if you want to belong, if you want that sense of belongingness to any group, especially our group, you need to be part of the group. And being part of the group means you have to do the work, right? So if you're asked to do this, then you should. And you can ask people to do it as well. My other thing that I wanted to share with you guys tonight is I'm doing a podcast circuit. This is another free thing that I'm going to do. Don't forget your hashtag, guys. The more hashtag you do, the better you are. I'm just going to tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the podcast circuit is actually for women only. I have two podcast circuit, one for HOB, Hounds of Business only. So if you're not in the Hounds of Business, go ahead and DM me or Mike and just say CJ sent you there. Or if you're curious what it is, let me know. But this is the QR codes. I'm going to leave it there for a minute or two. But this is a registration on Zoom. It's not live anywhere else. You're not going to be streamed. I'm going to do a little presentation. There's no pitch mapping or sales here. It's just an information. And basically an information on telling you what are some of the things that we can do. Oh, she's stuck again. What are some of the things that we can do for each other as women live streamers? So if you're thinking of just going into live stream, this is not for you. You have to have a live stream already. I will consider audio rooms if you have audio rooms consistently. You've been doing it for the last 3 months at least, right? And the reason I have this criteria is because I need you to already know some of the habits that you have and not habits that you have so that we can amplify messages together. I will give you hints or maybe even tips and guide on how to amplify your message and how to stand out for branding for yourself. But this is the QR code. Now, sister, I'm going to ask you, what are some other habits that you have that's good for business? Oh, she does not have good connection.
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, but your video comes in. There you go. What are some
Okay,
of
cool.
other good habits that you have in terms of friendship and business?
Well, I think that being neurodivergent, it helps to really hyper focus one. And so I'm able to kind of put things aside and really focus on what I have to do. It's a good thing. Also, I'm able to be flexible in situations. And so it really helps in the work that I do as an investigator and consulting. I could kind of switch gears. And if I also in relationships, if I don't see you, it's easy, it's not, I don't know if it's a good thing, but to disassociate myself from something, right? So if I don't see it, I don't hear it, then I'm able to be away from it. So I really kind of can be in this bubble because of the hyper focus. So those are some of the things that I think are really a good thing about my ADHD and that I'm able to navigate around really tough situations. So, and my technology today. Sorry, friends.
It works. That's how we do it. We just go with it. How about you, Sister Susanna? What are some good habits for business?
Good habits for, well, networking for one. And I love how you always say collaboration over competition, because so many people,
Yeah.
all they see it's we've kind of grown up, and all we're taught, all we're supposed to see is competition. And everybody's like, competition is good, competition is good. Well, collaboration is better. Collaboration, you can come up with some great ideas, because number one, with 8 billion people on the planet, no one company is going to service 8 billion people no matter what they think they want to do. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
That competition only gets you so far. Collaboration opens the door for everybody to do more. It's like if you want to sit there and talk about content creators, even just that small group of people, they do different types of content. So find the ways to work together. Don't just say, oh, content creator, that's competition, because they may do something totally different than you. And once you get together, it can be the most amazing project.
Mm-hmm.
I love competition. As Filipino, we like to compete a lot. I grew up in a family where you have to be number one on everything. So I can't do sports. I can't run. Like people look at me at the mall, like, sometimes they forget to take out the thing and I ring when I come out. I'm like, do I look like I'm going to steal something for 25 bucks and you think I'm running with this shoes? No, it's not happening. Take that thing out, right? Like I can't, right? Rashida, so cold water, what it does is increase alertness and stimulate basically that adrenaline, increases that mental capacity for you, but also it keeps you, it helps you lose weight. I got 20 pounds here. I need to lose. I gotta stop eating mochi donut, but it's just once in a while. It actually helps your metabolism get going throughout the day. In that morning, the first thing that your body needs is, once your metabolism kicks in, it's like fuel for your car. When you're low on fuel, you're like, oof, I gotta go to the gas station. And basically your body just needs that water as your fuel for the day. So don't forget the hashtag, guys. We are ending soon. So I want to make sure that if you want to get to be in our um, anthology, Rebel with a Cause, use that hashtags. There's a lot of people commenting. I don't see that much hashtags, and hashtags is the one that gets you in as much as your comments. And thank you for YouTube. Almost 1,200 people here live with us. You guys always show up for us day in and day out. So thank you so much. And Angelica, yes, Angelica actually is the one that says that we don't compete, we complete. That is the OG thought maker of that, not me. Okay. Collaboration over competition is something that I love to do, but I love competition. Healthy competition is good if you're doing it for the company, for the whatever, as a group, right? But to compete with each other for negativity and I'm the best and I'm this, not really, right? I love my sister Kinga. I love my brother Mike. I love all the people are here. Lisa, Ollie, Dr. New, Rashida, thank you so much for being here. Sister, do you have any last minute advice for the power of habits and understanding how habit shapes our lives?
Which sister? Me sister? Or
Susana, she's our ate.
The power of habits. It's really, once you've got the good habits, once you can let go of some of those habits that really, you get the awareness that you don't need those negative bad habits. You see the good habits, put them into place, keep doing them. It makes it so much easier to move forward.
Sister Danielle, what are some of your good habits? What's the powerful habits that you have?
um, just the power of my mindset, right? You know, when I'm sad or I'm going through something, I know what song I need to listen to get me in the right mood, what phone call I need to make to reframe my thought in a good way. I'll call CJ or Susanna. Um, and that's the power of your friends, right? Sometimes when you're going through a lot, you know you don't have the words or the vernacular, the so you rely on people to remind you who you are. So mindset is very powerful. So when you're feeling those bad things, eat your favorite food, listen to your favorite song, and get out there and exercise. So it's my best advice. Those are my habits.
Yeah, at least one of us is exercising. My finger is very exercised all day long, for sure. Uh, Guys, hashtag rebel with a cause. Last chance before I go through the um, giving mode. I think we're gonna be almost 3,000 scholarship this month, sister. Because we started with 1K and each week's about we're gonna probably hit 2,500 this month to actually give away
Mhm.
scholarships. So that's pretty good, right? 2,500 bucks that we're going to give away. So my my thing for you is people are always going to talk bad about you, and they're always going to talk good about you. For every bad things that people say about you, it's not your problem. It's theirs because you're going to continue to shape the world, your community, the way you want to show up. People are always going to talk crap because they need to be seen and heard. That's a negative way to actually show up for your community. People will always show good intentions, even if they don't want to be seen like that, they will be seen like that. And it's okay if people talk bad about you. Again, that's not your problem, that's their problem. Don't let the negative anything, right, drag you down because it's not worth it. You are worth it, right? And so keep going. And Rashida, I want to actually do what you said. How do introverts become rebels? You are already a rebel, sister. You're if part of 50 inspirational connections, so I know you're already a rebel. Introverts and extroverts is all about energy, nothing to do with your person. It's your personality energy. Most people, I'm an extrovert introvert, right? I show up like loud, lovely cheerleader, but then I need to like go out and hiding for a little bit to kind of recharge. So I'm an extrovert introvert, and most of us are both of that. It's either you're introvert extrovert. I guarantee you, like right now, you're an introvert extrovert. If you're an introvert, you only put up your energy to the people that you like, and you choose wisely. That is how you show up as an introvert extrovert, right? Because it's gonna zap your energy if you give it to everybody. Not everybody deserves your energy. So that's how you show up, and you are already a rebel. So welcome to the Rebel with a Cause. That's our new movement. We're gonna move beyond boundaries and tell people this is what's good for me and that's good for me. From beyond boundaries, still in the box, right? We're like, you know what? This is my journey. I'm gonna move beyond this box. Negativity, bye. Then we go. Once you move beyond that box, you realize, whoa, I'm a champion for myself. I'm a rebel with a cause, baby. Bye. That is what we're doing. Literally what we're doing for Level Up Academy. And tonight, are you guys ready, sisters, to see?
Do it to it.
There's like almost 300 messages, and you guys do not use the hashtag. So good luck to you. And I think I might know who uses the hashtag a lot right now. I
I've
can
got an
see,
idea too.
yeah. I hope we don't win our own book. That would be funny, actually.
It would
Well, I
be.
guess no one will win if that's the case. Okay, we got to do it because we got to get out. All right, here it goes. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a long one.
It is a long one.
What the heck?
That's what I thought.
Rashida.
Thinking that.
Welcome. Level up.
Awesome.
Yay, Rashida. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Introvert, rebel with a cause, baby. Good job. So we will see you guys next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday with Mike. And if you are not hounds, you are going to be curious what the hounds does. And we will show up for you and we will tell you we need 5 ambassadors for the Hounds of Business community. And Mike and I will be working on that. So watch us live on 9 a.m. And then on Thursday, I'm going to have Kinga on the show because she's going to introduce something for the community. So if you want to be participating in that, please do. We are one as a community. We thrive together. We're not surviving. We are thriving, guys. And we're going to move beyond those boxes because we are going to create boundaries. We are beyond our boundaries because you're a rebel. Okay? Love you, everybody. Bye. See ya.